So, Hannah's over here having an orgasm. Over gravy.
Gravy, sausage, and biscuits from Dairy Queen. I haven't had it in like forever. Oh my fucking god.
She's a fat kid.
Yes.
Anyway. Hannah's divorced today. She had the court hearing.
Yay!
Her court hearing had a judge who was a Lexington. And we found out a vicar works at the courthouse. And if anybody knows our Rag and Bone and Good Company, you guys know exactly what these references are. We saw Anton's car on the way home. We saw a billboard that was for Carnegie and Juilliard. And, frankly, she got divorced, and now she's engaged to me.
What's even funnier, we thought we were going to have to do a whole extra additional set of steps. We don't. It was just today. That's it. That's all. End of story.
And what's even better?
They're going to mail in my papers in the mail, and then I'll be divorced.
What's even better?
Forever.
Is her... What's even better? Is her ex-husband fought and bitched and complained and anticipated this day for so long, he still walks out of the courthouse pissed as fuck. Oh, right.
I shook his hand before I left.
Correction. She had to stop him because he was already out on his way out the door and to leave. But yeah, you know, all that fuss. He's still pissed off. Probably won't get laid. Probably doesn't even have a girlfriend no more. Sucks to be him.
We were sitting there. She was sitting there waiting on me. And the judge apparently comes in.
Oh my god, yeah. So the judge comes in, okay? And he's standing there and he's like, what do I do?
Mind you, this is the main room of the courthouse. This is just the opening
This
atrium.
is the downstairs atrium. So anyway, the judge comes in. I have no idea the guy's a judge other than the fact he's got the kick-ass robes on. And he's looking around and he's like, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like, do you need any help or anything? Or is something wrong? He's like, well, I work here. And I know what to do. I just don't know what to do first. And I was like, well, my fiance's upstairs waiting to get a divorce. And he's like, and he just pauses to, you know, I guess try to make sense of this. And he's like, divorced to you? And I'm like, no. Ex-husband. She's upstairs. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I better go to work. And then,
you were his first case of the day.
Yeah.
And even better, I probably showed up to that hearing looking more like a dude than my husband did.
Oh, yeah.
I have a Wagner hat on.
Her ex-husband,
Air Force jacket.
her ex-husband was like one of those women that have no idea whether or not they're pregnant or not. That's what he was acting like.
What? Oh, because of him being all antsy.
Being all antsy and nervous. Oh, my God.
He kind of just stood and leaned and looked out the window the whole time. Me, I'm sitting here, laid back in this chair, just relaxed as all hell after all of the anxiousness yesterday and me being so uptight and worried. When I got there, I was just cool. I was cool as fuck. I had no problems. It was all good.
I'm downstairs, and I keep thinking to myself, I could do my taxes. Wait, my phone's dead. 20 minutes later, hey, I could do my taxes. Fuck, my phone's dead. Oh, hey, I could do my taxes. Fuck.
Then I ran into some chickie that I knew from back in elementary school, and we talk about, you know, working on a farm for the rest of the time I'm waiting.
Yeah.
It was kind of amazing and kind of awesome. And we should have a party.
And guess what? It's only 10:27 a.m. We woke up at 7:40 because, you know, her douchebag of an ex-husband insisted, even though it's at 9:20, we should totally be up at 7.
He said he was going to show up at 8 o'clock at my house to make sure that I was awake.
Which is kind of funny because the guy could never even remember the goddamn date to go to the court date. So anyway, it's kind of freaking hilarious. So we're up. It's 10:28 a.m. 30 minutes ago would have technically been the start of the work shift for the day. But Hannah has PTO, paid time off, which means she doesn't have to go to work, and she gets paid for it. Meanwhile, I have PTO for the rest of my life. Because yesterday I got laid off.
Which sounds terrible.
Which sounds terrible, but it's really not. Because we get 60 days of paid time, so it's not like I'm not getting paid anymore. We then get our severance pay.
She gets to sit at home on her ass.
Yeah, and she didn't get laid off, which was everybody was pissed off about. Because they're like, well, if you're going to lay one off, you got the other person, just lay them off. Because we have the exact same schedules, exact same reasoning, everything.
It's a pain in the ass because now I have to go to work every day while she gets to stay home.
Yeah, which means...
And if she has any interviews or job interviews she has to go to in the next month, I can't take her.
Which, I mean, it's fine. I really don't care. But it's a demotivator that one of us has to go there and one of us can't. Technically, I can because I still got badges, but still. But anyway, yeah. So yesterday I went into worked about an hour, took 2 calls, both of which were from tech reps, so it wasn't like I had to talk to any customers. And then I was told, hey, you're getting laid off. If you want to, you can choose to work out this day. You're still going to get paid for it. Or you can turn in your headset and your badge and you can go home.
And still get paid for it.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, I could walk home, but that'd just be boring. So I decided to stay there and just chat with everybody, and then I made 3 hams after we came home and went right back to work. What supervisor?
Hey, you shouldn't be up walking around.
Oh my god, yeah, it was hilarious. Okay, so I walk around a lot. A lot.
People and stuff.
I normally take the liberty of being my own floor walker, which is pretty much somebody who goes around and helps people on their calls. I actually have Sprint service, which a lot of people in a call center normally don't have the service that they're working for. So I have Sprint service. I have an HTC Evo and a BlackBerry Style, which are the only 2 Sprint phones on the floor because they actually removed all the demo phones due to an incident.
Down.
Yeah, and plus people kept trying to steal them. So we had that, and I was like, okay, we can run with this. So I was just going around helping people with that. I would explain I got laid off. People wanted to know what the process was like. It was really short and sweet. But one of the supervisors, who nobody really listens to anyway, he comes over and he asked me if I could sit down because I got laid off, he knows my transportation is here, but he wants me to sit down and pretend I'm working. And I'm like, what are you going to do? Fire me? Because I already got laid off. And frankly, nobody else was complaining. And nobody else cared because every single person that was on the call floor, including the damn manager of the place, was up and walking around. And everybody was standing up on the phones like, who's going to get laid off next? Who's going to get laid off next?
We were all excited because it was like a big party.
Yeah, because the layoffs, it's a great job, it really is, but for the length of time that people have been there with no other options, it's a nice relief because now people can move on to other stuff. So the layoff is really an awesome thing. And, let's see, what else? Derp. So yeah, I got laid off. So I was going around, and, being the douche that I am, I was like, hey guys, guess what? I got PTO tomorrow for the next 60 days. So yeah. Let's see, what else? What else amazement has worked out this week? I made 3 hams. I had a supervisor who has never eaten sugar-cured city ham before in his life because he's never tasted a good ham actually compliment me, saying it's the best damn sugar-cured ham he's ever tasted in his life. I had people fighting over the ham. I had to make 2 supervisors their own hams in order to make sure there was enough ham. My hams are extremely popular. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's see, what else? We're getting fat on food.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to Peddler's Mall, which is pretty much like Rag & Bone in one building.
We should do
It's a giant antique warehouse. We should probably do it.
Well,
we'll do a video of Peddler's Mall to show you guys what it's like.
And we totally did an impromptu roleplay last night that I want to post.
Oh, yeah. We were laying in bed, and, she was saying... We were looking... She was playing Snake, okay? She's on her phone playing Snake because we can't sleep because we know we got to be up at 7.
I went to bed at... Oh, guys. Okay, I went to bed at 11:30. I'm like, okay, I have to be up at, 7 or 8 to be ready. This is going to work out great. I'll go to bed at 11. I'm really exhausted for some reason. Go to sleep. Wake up, and I'm like, God, it must be at least 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. It is still dark outside, but it's got to be really early. Look at the phone. It's 2 a.m. Are you fucking shitting me? Get up. Shit. I can't go back to sleep. I'm awake. So I sit there and wrote some good
Wagner and Dabney
good
smut.
company Wagner and Dabney smut.
AKA her idea of going to sleep is writing porn, and then she drew porn.
And then I did a rough sketch.
And then I woke up, and I'm miserable because I've got a cold.
So I have to go get her medication. So I get her medication. We sit there. We fiddle around with our phones for the next 3 hours, it seemed like.
So she's playing Snake, and Hannah, we were talking about how, like Stitch Punks would play Snake, or how they would understand the concept of the game Snake. And she was like,
Snake,
it's that game where you grab like an apple or something and it get longer.
Snake and you go around the screen and you get longer by eating apples.
It's about as primitive as Pong.
And then if you get to a certain length, if you run into your side or if you run into like the dividers,
wall or the dividers, yeah. So anyway, she's playing Snake, and she makes a comment saying, I can see somebody saying, go baby go. And she's like, I can see Carnegie saying that.
Because it's a thing that Carnegie says this.
Carnegie has this thing. Both the Stitch Punk and the Good Version Company of Carnegie.
The company version?
Even the Good Company version.
There you go.
Has a gambling addiction. So the first thing that comes to my mind when she's saying go baby go is horse racing, because that's Carnegie's favorite next to cards and dice. So I downloaded this 3D virtual horse racing game on my Evo, and I'm sitting there playing it, and I'm keeping the screen away from her so she can't see me downloading it or playing it. But you hear it. So you hear it, and then you start hearing the hooves, and she's like, she starts going, really, Carrie? Really?
And the next thing you know,
we're role-playing immediately.
We launched into a full-on role-play.
And I didn't even realize she was recording until I fell out of bed.
I recorded it for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was recording until, she shoved me out of bed because she was trying to tickle me, and I fell out of bed while we're still being Carnegie and Juilliard, mind you. So I see the recording, and I'm like, oh, now we can ham this up. So, yeah, that proceeded on for about 20 minutes. Almost overlaps into porn, but we stopped it before then. But
this could have very easily become porn.
Oh yes. Anyway, it would have been prawn by RP standards. But anyway, yeah. Let's see what else. We got our hair cut. We literally just pulled them back into ponytails, chopped it off, and then straightened it as necessary.
That's why I came into the courthouse looking more like a dude than my husband did.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that he hates it when girls dress up and look like guys. Always bitched at her. So I can only imagine that made him even more uncomfortable because he's probably thinking the judge is going to think we're fucking gay.
No, I'm sure it made him really uncomfortable because I took off my hat.
Oh yeah.
And he probably thought I had tucked up under the hat because I used to always wear my hair tucked up under a hat just to be comfortable. And he hated it. And we went to Walmart once and we came home and he says, you can take off your hat now. And I was like, I don't want to take off my hat. My hair is out of my way. So he just came over and took off my hat for me. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, he was that kind of douchebag.
And, now that my hair is real short, it looks like it's all tucked up under my hat when I have my hat on. But when I take it off, you see that my hair is really short. It's Anton length, guys. It could probably be a little bit shorter in the back, but it's totally like Anton haircut, and it makes me happy because I'm just dirt. And yeah, yours is going all curly in the back. It's really cute.
Yeah, it is.
It's cute.
It's all puffed out.
I love it. I love it. It's adorable. And I can get to your neck better.
I hate you.
Which means I can get to you.
It's all puffy in the back.
I love it. It's
I hate it when it curls up.
It's adorable.
I got curly hair. I hate it.
That when it gets long.
God, yes it would. Which means you would have even more sex hair.
Yeah, about that.
So I took like a bite of this and I'm already sick. That's how much my stomach can't handle it.
Is it because it's morning or is it because it's fast food?
I don't know. It's probably because it's fast food. But normally I really don't eat unless it's eggs or something.
Yeah, I usually eat in the morning.
But
that's one exception I'll make is
unless it's pizza.
And stuff, yeah.
But so yeah, and we were all like, okay. So yeah, this day's kind of cool. But yeah, we'll go to Peddler's Mall and we'll show you all the awesomeness. It's pretty much like a Stitch Punk's playground. It really is. So if you guys need like any sort of idea for your comics, your novels, whatever,
take a look at the video.
You will love the video. It's like okay. Try to imagine walking into a warehouse that you now own and it's filled with nothing but gold. You'd shit a brick, wouldn't you? The Stitch Punks would do that in Peddler's Mall. That's how amazing it is.
Think of it as like
it's like the emptiness in a building.
Yes,
that's exactly what it is.
That's a really good way to put it.
It really is because it's people. It's stuff that by antique standards. I'm not talking about. Okay, you got a car, you polished it up, it's ready to go sell, it's all pretty and shiny. No, we're talking shit that literally came out of the ground and people have not bothered to polish it because it's worth even more. Yeah.
I have
It hasn't been restored. It's authentic stuff.
Me and her both have clock backs that we actually need to clean up.